CB has sent a proposal to us for the tariff revision on the 15th of May. And based on that submission, they have recommended reduction of 3% of tariff revision, which is very unfair and unreasonable based on the factors of calculation, because the tariff is decided mainly on a cost recovery basis. And there's a methodology and the scientific way of calculating the tariff. Now see, they have disregarded all those things and send us a proposal without the basic information like details of the sales forecast for the year 2023, estimated revenue for the year, distribution cost, and the total cost. Now, without submitting this information, they have given just a piece of letter. I think their main idea was maybe to accommodate government pressure in requesting this tariff. Because I received a letter maybe 2 weeks back from the Treasury Secretary addressing to the CB Chairman, submit the proposal before 15th of May. Just to comply with that, they have sent a proposal with a lot of errors without proper information. Information, as I mentioned, they have not given revenue forecast, they have not given sales, distribution cost, many errors. Now, finally, based on this letter, they recommend only 3% reduction. But problem is that, as I can see, as we have analyzed, the demand for the year 2023, CB forecast was in this last January, 16,650 gigawatt hours, which they have disputed in their own submission a week ago and say that the forecast for the year is 15,350. Earlier it was 16,650, now it is 15,350, and PUCSL forecast was 15,050. Now they have come close to our one. Now the gap between this earlier forecast and now forecast is almost gigawatt hours 1,250, which will cost them 110 billion. That's why we say, although they are requesting for 3% tariff revision and the reduction, they have recommended the consumers should be given at least 20% reduction based on the electricity demand for the year, cost of raw materials. Now we know that the cost of raw materials have gone down, and especially the exchange rate, you can see yesterday it has come almost close to 300. Now these calculations are based on the earlier exchange rates, and the fuel cost in the world market has come down, coal cost has come down, rupee has depreciated, rupee has appreciated, dollar has depreciated, demand has come down by 20%, and the forecast from 16,000 gigawatt hours, it has come to 15,000 level, and therefore we can clearly see that consumers should be given minimum of 20% reduction from the forthcoming tariff revision. And again, the submission is wrong, their calculations are wrong, and they have not based this submission on facts based. They have just, in order to comply with the government policy to raise the tariff twice, that is January and July, they have just submitted without relevant information. And the revenue, they say that what they are expecting is, less. Now see, if you can see this cumulative generation in gigawatt hours from January to May. These actual things, actual generation for the year, it's around gigawatt hours 5,560. Whereas in January, they forecast it at 6,050. Now see, 6,050 has come down to 5,560, almost 500 gigawatt hours less. This is the thing that we have been telling them. Their forecast was wrong. And they have given different assumptions. Say they were talking about during the earlier tariff revision, there will be a drought season. But we know that we had right throughout the rain this year. We had enough water in reservoirs. And when I wanted to give A-level students 2 hours power using hydro, they said they can't do that. And this is, I think, the CB and the political hierarchy is taking every action to harm these innocent consumers. And that's why they landed tariff on the categories who are using less than 30, 60 and 90 with more than 250% tariff hike. And you will be surprised to see in this submission, they have reduced the tariff of what they are charging between 30 and 60, they are reduced only by 1 rupees. This is a joke. And they are taking everybody, they think that everybody is ignorant, they are very smart. But when they really go through this data and the generation of electricity, those things are basically based on our submissions and our estimation. And therefore, this revision also, request for the revision also, without having a proper basis, proper data, proper analysis, where they are trying to cheat the consumers, the politicians, the cabinet and entire country. I think as a responsible citizen, we should not allow that to happen. And we all should get together and fight this common enemy who's against the mandate of the people and the desires of the people. Thank you.
You're watching the Lifetraveler channel.